All right, so first things first, I like to switch things up a little bit. This is an evening work with me. I'm in Georgia, so it is actually dark outside. I know that everybody's different places all over. So this is just the things that I do when it's time to kind of wind down at nighttime. A lot of people's getting in from work. A lot of people's eating supper with their family. A lot of people are watching TV, relaxing, reading books, things like that. Sorry, I get distracted. I'm letting people in. Okay, so what I want to start out this training with, I want every single one of you guys to go into the chat and drop one goal that you have that you want to accomplish tonight. Not tomorrow, not 2 days from now, tonight. Share one thing that you want to do by the end of the night. All right, I'm hearing something somewhere. Trying to see who it is, and I cannot see anybody. Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh, another one. All right, you guys, if you are on here, please mute yourself so that it's not echoing. I think I got everybody now. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Yes, Ari, I noticed that was you down there, girl. All right, so going live, your IPAs, read a chapter of the pond. Sorry, my iPad, finished my book. Go live, IPAs. Well, lucky you guys, that's what we fixing to do. We're about to do a round IPAs. What about that? All you people, got to check off that goal right now. All right, so first things first, we're going to start on Instagram. Instagram is my jam. A lot of people normally start on Facebook, but like I said, I like to switch it up. So let's go on over to the Insta. I don't know why I just unplugged my phone because it's almost dead. So let me re-plug it back up. All right, I'm hearing something. All right, you guys, I'm trying to keep up with who is not muted. If y'all could, please make sure that you are muted. Oh, I'll just click the mute all button. How about that? All right, here we go. So on Instagram, we're only going to do like a 15 series on Facebook because there is another event, so I won't keep you guys too long. So as I mentioned right now, it's evening time right now. It's one people are winding down now. During this time, I will post something on my story that shows people what I'm doing when I get home from work. So let's take a couple of minutes to add to our story. If you have not posted anything to your, I'm sorry, can you not hear me?
You're breaking up like really bad.
Yeah, it just told me something's wrong with my speaker. Hold on. Same as system. What about now? Are we good? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, I don't know what you heard. I'll just start over. Here we go. During this time, where I am, I'm in Georgia, so it's dark outside. People are coming in, winding down from work. They are, cooking. They're watching TV with their family. So if you have not added anything to your story at all, let's take a couple of minutes to add to your story. I want you to take a picture of this Zoom to show your community. And then what I did while I was cooking, because I knew I had a Zoom tonight, I actually took pictures of me cooking my food to add to my thing. So people's going to think that I'm cooking right now, even though I already did it. But I saved that just for y'all. So we'll take a couple of minutes to add to our story of what's happening right now as people are winding down, because they're going to be coming in. And most of the time, people, when they get home, the first thing that they do, they sit down, they take out their phone, and they start scrolling. So they want to see what you are doing.
I put you on mute. What'd you say? Hello?
Hey. I don't know who that was talking. Waiting room. Who's in the waiting room? I don't see anybody. Okay. Also, you guys, while we're going through doing this, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I will get to it. All right, I'm going to take a picture. Everybody smile. All right. That was so good of you, Philip. You smiled so big. My Instagram handle is, I don't even know. What is it? Hold on. I forgot I changed it, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me, okay? I'm Hot Mess Express over here. Okay, I'm about to drop mine. Mine's a lot to just say it. All right, there's mine. What I'll tell y'all about my kid, here he is. I done warned y'all, so y'all just gonna have to. All right, so once you get done with that, let us move on. Now we're going to interact on our stories. What we're going to be doing is I want you to click your story, and then I want you to see who has viewed your story. So I'm going to start at my very beginning, the very first one I had today, and click that. And I'm going to go through, and this is just how I do it. You guys don't have to do it this way. But what I'm doing is I'm going to choose 5 people. And I already have my 5 because this is just how I do it. And I choose the same 5 to 6 people for like a week or so, and I'm going to interact with them. I'm going to, send them a message, tell them thank you for watching my story. It really helps support my business. Make small talk with them, even go to their page and interact on some of their posts. And the reason I choose these same 5 people for like a week at a time, Easton, hey, what'd I tell you? Go in there now. The reason I choose the same 5 people is because when you're interacting with the same ones, like these 5, just say you do it for 5 days, they're used to you reaching out to them those 5 days, and then say on the 6th or 7th day I don't send them anything, they're gonna be like, hadn't heard from Ivy in a while, let me check in with her. So then they're coming to me versus me reaching out to them. It's kind of like a psychology type deal, where they're getting all this attention from you. You're making these connections with them. And I mean, I'm being genuine with them. I'm not saying that, don't take this the wrong way. I am being genuine with these people, and I am developing that relationship. But when you give some attention somewhere and then it's gone, that person's like, hey, wait a minute, I hadn't heard from so-and-so today. Let me check in with them and make sure they're okay. So that's kind of one reason I do that. And I've only been doing that for like the last week or so, and it has really boosted my interactions personally for me. So that's just a tip. You don't have to do that. That's just me explaining why I do that. You got kicked out. What are we doing? We are on Instagram in our stories, and we are looking at who has watched our stories and just picking 5 to 6 people and going to interact with them. Have you seen or boost in your sales? So since doing this method, not my sales yet, but I've had a lot of interest in the products. So I have been having more conversations about Thrive, where used to my conversations were, it was kind of like half and half. It was like mainly things about life and what we have in, common. And then some of them, like or three, would be about the opportunity. But now I feel like it's more about the opportunity versus than what it was before. Hello, hello, Brittany. So we're going to take just, let's see, about 2 more minutes for that, and we will move on to the next one. Brittany, we are just interacting with people who have watched our stories. And I told them I reach out to people sometimes and just tell them thank you for watching my story because it does help keep you boosted in the algorithm. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for hopping on. We are interacting with people who have watched our stories on Instagram, and we are going to take about a couple more minutes to do that. You are so welcome. Hello, Victoria. We are on our Instagram, and we are doing interactions with people who have watched our stories. So Chelsea, what I do is, like I said a minute ago, right now, since we are kind of like on a time limit, just because I want to get finished for the other event coming up, I choose, 5 to 6 people. Hey, thank you for watching my story. It means so much to me. I'm always looking for new connections with people. Something like that, being very genuine. Like, I never cold message somebody. I never just say, hey girl, I know you watched my story, buy some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually very genuine with them. And I just tell them thank you. That some people, they might not even know that you noticed that they're watching your stuff. So that's what I do there. All right, 1 more minute and we are moving on. Hello. Like I said, if anybody missed me saying this, if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat and I will get to it. All right. Now we are going to clean up where we're scrolling our feed. And how to do this is when you are scrolling on your Instagram, say you are seeing way too many Thrive people. We love you guys, but we want to clear that space up for the people who are non-Thrivers. So you are going to click the 3 dots. For example, there's a picture right here. You're just going to click the 3 dots and it's going to say mute. You click mute and it gives you the option to mute posts and mute stories, or you can just do the post. So depending on what I want to see, how I'm feeling, I'll choose one or the other. But if it is a Thrive person, it depends who it is. I will mute either both or just one or the other. Most of the time, I'm just muting stories just because I want to see more stories because that's where I look at all my things. Sorry, it kicked you out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But I'm glad you're back, Stephanie. Welcome back. We are just cleaning up our feed by muting Thrivers and other companies. Like, I have about 20 people with Monet, and I'll have 1 Monet girl, so I don't need 20 of them. So I'm muting a lot of those. Well, good. I'm glad that that is of some help to you. So we're gonna take just a couple of more minutes. I know I'm going through this fast, y'all, but I really ain't trying to keep y'all long because I know this opportunity event coming up is about to be like banging. So I want us all to be on it. And I even wrote down, y'all should be proud of me. I've been really working on my list and writing stuff out. I even wrote down how long we need to spend on all this so that way it equals right at 15 minutes. What about that? Y'all should be proud of me. Lord, it keeps kicking Stephanie out. Yeah, that's what we talked about right before you got on, Brittany. Dream board. So Chelsea, I will message you after this, and me and you can talk about it, about how to do a dream board, because there is a lot of different ways we can do that, and that's for a whole nother Zoom. You are not slow. All right, so moving on to the next thing. Now we are going to our least interacted. So how you get there, you are going to click your little person down here, and then you're going to look at your little profile and you're going to click the following button. On your following, it's going to say categories, and it will say least interacted and most shown in feed. We're going to click our least interacted. We're going to go through and look at see why these people were not interacting with them. For example, I just pulled this person up. They have not made a post since January of 2018. So obviously that's why I'm not interacting with them, because they ain't doing nothing. So I'm unfollowing them. Gonna clear up some space for my potentials. And say it is somebody that you feel like you can connect with, interact on some of their stuff, make them where they are not at least interacted. Correct. So if they have like a privacy setting, you probably won't be able to tag them. What I did is I took a boomerang, and I'm going to wait till after this to go through and tag everybody. Crystal, you want to see how to do the least interacted? Okay, perfect. So on your least interacted, what you do is you go to your profile, you click your little person down here. You click that, and then you're going to click the following, like who you follow. And then it pops up two categories automatically. It'll say least interacted with, and then most shown in feed. So then you're just going to click that least interacted, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of people that you have not been making any type of interactions with. And what you're doing is you're going to click on them. I'm just picking random ones just to see why I'm not interacting with them. Here's another one. They have not made a post since March of this year. So I'm going to unfollow them because they are just kind of like, you know, wasted space is how I see that, because they're not interacting. Obviously, they're not using this platform. All right, Chelsea, you got it. We're going to take one more minute. And now these are things that you guys can do throughout the day. I do my least interactive at least 3 to 4 times a week. Just sometimes I forget about it, honestly. But it is good to make sure you've got people on there that you can see that are interacting. Oh my Lord, y'all, I just found one that hadn't made a post since 2015. Woo, that's a long time ago. Okay. All right. Sonia, what would you like some help with, dear, so I know how I can help you? Yes, that is right. I would mute them like That's actually, it's up to you. If you want to mute their stories and their posts, you can do that. But if you like seeing them, like maybe it's somebody that's some type of motivation or inspiration to you, you can just choose one or the other, whatever you would like to do. Oh my gosh, 2013. Yeah, that one, they need to be gone. So Sonia, you just let me know what it is you need help with, and I'll go back over it because we fixing to move on into the Facebook. All right. So going on over to the Facebook. So hopefully by now you guys have been adding to your stories. Again, if not, go ahead and add a couple of slides. I just added exactly what I did on my Instagram to my Facebook. I don't have them linked, but I do have the option to add to my Facebook. So like when I click share to my story, my Facebook option pops up and I go ahead and just do that. Okay, Sonia, on like the least interacted, is that what you're talking about on Instagram? So y'all take a couple of minutes for your story for Facebook, and I'll see if I can help Miss Sonia. Okay, so click your profile on your Instagram, and then you're gonna click your following, like the people you follow. And as soon as you click that, Sonia, it'll pull up two little categories that says either most shown in feed or least interactive. Click the least interactive. It's going to give you a whole list of people that you have not interacted with in a long time. And just click some people through there and see when the last time they posted was, and try to figure out why you're not interacting with them. If they've made posts, you know, at the beginning of this year, like January, go ahead and unfollow them, because obviously they're not using the platform, and you need some free space on your page for people who do use the platform. While you're adding to your story, if you want to go ahead and do, you know, kill two birds with one stone, you can go through and start your interactions since we're already in our stories. Again, same thing like on Instagram, unless it's the same person, don't like double message them on both platforms. Just like send them a thank you for watching my story. I look forward to connecting with you, something along those lines. Be very genuine. Don't say, like I said a while ago, don't be like, hey girl, I know you watching my stuff, buy something from me. Don't do that. We don't do that here, okay? So please don't do that. Take a few minutes to do that. Also, you can mute people here as well. It's a little bit easier on Facebook because it actually gives you the option while you're going through the stories that you can mute somebody if you click the three dots in your right hand corner. Go ahead and do that. You are so welcome, Sonia. Yeah, sure, Amanda. So, what I do, what I say is literally just so simple. I just say, hey, thank you so much for watching my stories. It really helps me in my business. Actually, let me just pull up and see what I say. Thank you for your support, because watching me really helps support me in my business, something like that. You know, you don't have to sound salesy. You don't have to say, you know, hey girl, I see you watching my stories. Thank you. Do you know I'm in a business, or anything like that? You know, just be genuine. Tell them thank you for watching, because it does support you. And just let them know. Say, I always look forward to connecting with new people. That can be you know, a new relationship starter, telling them that you look forward to connecting with them later, things like that. Well, thank you, Victoria. We're going to take about 1 more minute. You're welcome, Amanda. Hello, Roxanne. We are on Facebook and we are interacting with people that have watched our stories. Just sending them a thank you for watching my stories. I look forward to connecting with you, you know, those types of things. And I think I seen Susie. Yeah, Susie. Okay. Welcome, welcome. All right, so now we're going to go on to birthdays. So I normally do my birthdays first thing in the morning, but some people wait until the afternoon to do it. So if you have not done your birthdays, please do your birthdays. You can send them a message. You can post on their wall. I personally think it's better to message them just because it does make it more personable. And I'm going to say what I say on every one of my Zooms. If you've ever been on a Zoom with me, if it's a man, I'm not messaging him because I don't need no wifeys coming at me asking me why I'm telling their hubby happy birthday. So that goes on his wall. So I'm just saying, that's y'all's opinion. You know, you make that choice, but I'm just not doing it just because, you know, people be wilding these times. Oh, you are so welcome, Susie. I hope that this is helpful, and I know that you are jumping on a little late. This is recorded, so I will definitely share it in the chats. Shakira, period. Yes, girl, period. I am not having none of that. I ain't got time for the drama. Leave it for your mama. And if y'all, like, you know, you don't have to say anything extravagant, you know, when it's people's birthdays. It's their day. They like feeling special. So, hey, happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. And if you did not do birthdays yesterday, it's also a great time to do your belateds. I'm really bad about that. Sometimes I'm in a groove and I get every single birthday for like a whole week. And then sometimes I'm like, crap, I didn't do my birthdays yesterday. So I have to catch up, and that's perfectly fine. All right, is everybody done with their birthdays? Ready to move on? Phil, you look like you're super working over there. All right, so let's move on. Now we're going to go into our interactions. So I want everybody to go to their news feed and go to your most recent feed. The difference being is if you're just in your news feed, that's showing a little bit of here, a little bit of there. It could be 5 hours ago. It could be 5 minutes ago. So click your most recent. That is going to show you what has been recently posted. And the more you scroll down, the further hours it gets away from you. So We're going to just, again, 5 to 6 people. If you don't know who to interact with, this is really good to go back to your fives list. What do you guys have in common? I all the time comment on people's stuff about dogs because I'm a dog lover. I comment on people's things about boys because I'm a boy mama. Just this right before I did this Zoom, actually, a mom posted a picture of her son standing there with his underwear on his head, and she said, if you want to know how potty training's going, this is how it's going. So I had to comment because I can totally relate. I have 2 boys, and potty training was the worst. So that's why I interacted with her. So again, if you're just unsure, really resort back to those fives. Just pick a couple of people. Be genuine. Don't just comment 3 emojis, because sometimes that's hard to respond back to, because if you just put 3 hearts, then what's the person supposed to say back to you to interact with you for commenting on their thing? So just be genuine, and if you don't have anything to say to them, you don't have to comment on it. Go to some, scroll a little ways until you see something that you feel like you can make a genuine comment on. Would you go in there? Sorry, mom life. He doesn't want to be in the Zoom. Put him down. Please come. It's always ads. So Nikki, the way the Facebook algorithm works is usually within, I want to say it's 4 to 5. So if you see 4 people, the 5th one's going to be an ad. Just hide them as often as you can, because I've noticed the more times you hide them and you put that it's repetitive, they will start pulling those away, but they're still going to be there. Unfortunately, there's no way to make those go away 100%, but you can lessen them. So what I do is, as soon as I see one, I hide it, and then I just put it's repetitive, and I have noticed that it has taken it down a lot. Now, does everybody know where to find your most recent? Because I know some phones are different. So can everybody find theirs? You're welcome, Nikki. Okay. While we are doing this, if you're coming across more thrivers than non-thrivers, same thing here. We're going to unfollow. We love you guys. I love that you guys are in this company. You guys are loving your products, but I need to be seeing people who are not using the products, because that allows me to know who I have a better chance of reaching out to as a potential. So you're not unfriending them. You are just unfollowing, and how you do that, same thing, the 3 dots in your top right corner, you click that. It will say, mute for 30 days, or it will say, or snooze, I'm sorry, it says snooze for 30 days, or unfollow, hide post, things like that. So if you're going through and seeing just thrivers, you probably need to clean that up a little bit so that you can see the non-thrivers. So we'll just go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone doing this too.
Mama, has the mail come today?
Yes, baby, I got the mail.
What was it? Trash?
Yep. Way too many food groups, Tiffany. So if you guys are seeing a lot of interactions, or on your news feed, a lot of groups versus actual people, you can always unfollow those too. And you can actually go into the group to their settings and choose what posts you see. I think one of them is only people you're friends with who post to show up on your news feed and things like that. Yes, Shelby, that is correct. And when you are in stories too, if you're not really watching stories, like if you don't ever go through and actually watch people's stories, that actually hurts your algorithm the way Facebook works. I watched a webinar. That was a hard word. I watched a webinar a couple of months ago, and how the algorithm works is when you watch stories, it actually boosts you to the front, because that is telling Facebook that you are actively interacting with people around you on your platform, and it's going to bump you to the front for other people to see you as well. So if you're never watching stories, then you're going to be at the back, and people's not going to see you as soon as they pop on. You're very welcome. So just a couple more minutes. I'm going to say 1 more minute on the unfollowing and in your news feed and all that good stuff. And then we're going to move on to the very last thing. And then we will be done. I will open this up for questions. If anybody has questions, you can unmute yourself, hop on at any time. Feel free to interrupt me, whatever you need to do. Alrighty, so it's been a minute. Okay, so if you have not made your one good quality post today, I want you to do that right now. If that is just something harder for you to do, you don't have to, don't feel rushed to do it. Don't just put up some stuff just because you feel rushed. Really take some time. We are all about quality versus quantity. Used to, Facebook was about quantity, and you had to post to be seen. Now, Facebook doesn't like that so much. So when you post, it thinks you're spammy, and it will bump you down to the bottom. Lord, words are hard today. It'll bump you down to the bottom. So a one good quality post, I have noticed that when I post in the afternoon versus my morning time, I get a lot more interactions, just like when we did the buy two get one sale. When I made that post, it was 9 o'clock at night. I posted a picture of my DFT, and I literally got so many interactions and messages like within minutes of posting that, because normally when people are settling down, like I said, they're grabbing their phone, they're scrolling through Facebook. So if you just posted something, more than likely they're going to see it now versus what they seen earlier this morning. You can also boost your post if you already did one by going through and commenting back to people who's commented on it already, re-liking the post, like hearting your own post will bump you back up to the top for people to see, things like that. And that's the last thing we have. So if y'all have any questions for like a couple of minutes, need extra help with something, let me know. Thank y'all for hopping on. I know I'm not the greatest, but I'm trying to get better. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hot Mess Express over here. And those of you who are new, this is not, I want to reiterate, this is not exactly what you have to do. You will discover the ways that work best for you. And the more you do this, the easier it's going to become. So don't freak out. We're glad that you're here. Thank you, Amanda and Janie. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Let us, not scroll mindlessly when we get off here. Let's use this next 20 minutes to be productive while we are waiting on this opportunity event, okay? That is my tip to you guys. You are so welcome, Phil. Oh, you're so welcome. All right, you guys. I'm going to hop off. This is recorded. I will be sharing it if you missed any of it at all. You are so welcome, Shelby. I will see you guys later on this op event. Y'all better be there or be square.